Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to our last week of Shakespeare. It has been such a fun quarter. I hope you guys enjoyed the journey with all these plays, sonnets, and different ideas Shakespeare had to give us. So we get to wrap things up. Today is the first day of finals week. We are submitting a discussion board where you get to kind of play a game, FMK. Maybe you've played it before. In my version, I'm changing the F to friend instead to make it more school appropriate. There we go. So, friend, Mary Kill. I want you to take what you've learned from all our plays and to think about which characters maybe you enjoyed the most or didn't enjoy, and then tell me more about them. So, for friend, for example, I picked Viola because I thought she was a cool go-getter and very creative and a good problem solver. So I was like, yes, I like her. So I picked her for my friend. I would then write a paragraph saying why I picked her and include at least two quotes that showcase how cool she is. Then Mary, I decided I would marry Puck because life would never be boring. And so I would write a paragraph about how life would never be boring with Puck. And then I would include two quotes that I think show how fun and crazy he is. And then you pick your kill. For me, I would kill Claudio from Much Ado About Nothing because he just drives me bonkers. Like that dude. Uh who like spurns their fiance at the altar and like makes the big drama about it and then like she dies and he's totally fine with it. You're like, buddy, you just said you were super in love with her. Like, I have follow-up questions. Maybe we didn't handle that really well, huh, Claudio? So in this case, I would choose to kill Claudio. I would write then my paragraph about why I think he's just super garbage. And then I would do two quotes that showcase his garbageness. And that's how I would do that. This is meant to be fun and creative, so like there's not a right or wrong answer unless, you know, you pick that you want to marry Hamlet's uncle, in which case I have follow-up questions. Uh, but other than him, we could probably work with just about anything. So have fun, pick your people, let me know how it goes. Submit this. This is honestly one of my favorite assignments to read. So, looking forward to this. It's going to be awesome. Then, as we round out our time together this quarter, you have kind of a final exam. Uh, it's a quiz more than an exam. Exam sounds scary. Quiz is less scary. For those of you who watch these weekly overview videos, oh no, it's not doing its thing. Well, let me know if it does this to you, because that would be alarming. Uh, should be able to look at the quiz. I'm going to pretend to take it so that we can just talk about the format here. Uh, so those of you who watch this video get a bonus because you get to see some of the questions. Mostly what I'm looking for is just like, do you understand what's going on in the play? So in this first question, select the play that corresponds to a one-sentence summary. A group of people are controlled by fairies. Pick a drop down. There's clearly one that has more fairies in it than the others, right? So click and then move on to the next one, right? Bonus for you guys watching the video. Good job. There you go. And you you get to have fun with one sentence summaries and connecting them to the play. Question two, identify the sonnet by the opening lines. You can use your book if you need to, that's okay. Question three, share your best insults. Make sure it's an MLA formatted citation and defend your choice in a sentence or two. John Green has an awesome video, that crash course that we watched, where he says Hamlet doesn't struggle to decide a course of action because he's young or academic or because he's narcissist. He struggles because he's human. And I love that line because we're all human, and I struggle with indecisiveness a lot. Maybe you do too, or procrastination, as we talked about one of our quiz questions. Um, so elaborate on that. Most of the criticism of Henry V centers on whether Henry has become a good person or if he's still kind of a rapscallion bad person, mostly because he's making war on France, and most people think war is not great. So tell me about that. Tell me, is he a good king? In question 6, we deal with identity and reality in Midsummer Night's Dream, kind of unpack that a little bit for us. What do you think about the end of the play specifically? Talk about that. In question 7, we get to spend some time with Much Ado About Nothing, and we get to look at love there. And what do we think Shakespeare thinks about love? So you may be noticing as we get through these questions that some of them are very similar to assignments you have already completed, like normally our Friday assignments. So bonus there, you can reuse some of those ideas. Here we get to talk about the Merchant of Venice and Shylock. Is he a victim or a villain or a combination? Is this play anti-Semitic or is Shakespeare trying to say, stop being such bigoted dummies? So defend your answer there. Question 9 is about Shakespeare's final play. And why Prospero's revenge and romance kind of drive the plot. So talk about that. Question 10, we get to look at Twelfth Night and the suspension of disbelief, because when you've got actors on stage, a girl who's pretending to be a boy and they're supposed to be twins that could be mistaken for each other, you have to suspend some belief, right? Because, like, what are the chances? So talk about that suspension of disbelief. Then we have a couple last little sonnet questions, true falses, and then you're done. Like, that's it. It's not terrible, I promise. So those of you who are watching the video, bonus, you already got a preview of the quiz. Hooray. And then we have a brief reflection on this time together. And the reflection is just a couple multiple choice questions. It's honestly an easy way to get a point boost at the end of the quarter. And it's just like, how did the quarter go for you? Which readings were your favorite? Which ones were your least favorite? Which assignments were the best? Which were the worst? Because this gives me some feedback so that maybe I can make the class better. If everyone unanimously is like, Much Ado About Nothing is the worst play ever, please don't teach that one ever again, I could substitute it out. Now, nobody would ever say that because Much Ado About Nothing is awesome, but like, for example, or if an assignment just didn't feel like it connected, that's awesome. Let me know so that I can make it better. Or if there was one that was just like awesome, you're like, please, I just want to make memes all quarter. That'd be fun. We can't do it, but it'd be so fun. You can tell me about that in here too. So this is just a chance to kind of provide some feedback. I've been giving you feedback all quarter. You're welcome. This is your chance to give me lots of feedback, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then that ends our time together, guys. Like, that's it. We are so close to being done. I have to submit final grades on the 19th at 9 a.m. I'm going to be grading like a crazy person all of this week. I'm hoping to have everything done by the 16th, so that if you have any questions, you've got some time to reach out and get clarification before I turn in those final grades at 9 a.m. on the 19th. Because after that time, I can't make changes anymore. The grades are out of my hands. I lose all my power. Like, it all goes away, poof, and I have none. It's like Cinderella after midnight. I'm not the princess anymore. So don't ask questions after the 19th because I can't do anything. Ask them before the 19th. Awesome. Fabulous. This has been such a fun quarter, guys. Thank you so much for making this class so much fun. Like, truly my favorite ever. Don't tell the other classes. You guys are rock stars. Thank you so much. If you are graduating, congratulations. I will be there wearing a very uncomfortable robe and cheering loudly for you. If you're not graduating, hopefully I see you around next year. Have a great summer, guys. Finish out strong. It's been such a pleasure to be your teacher. Thank you for such a good quarter.